which is needed is speculation of a divided squad. Rashford deserves credit for nipping this one in the bud. He's glad to know that that's a big facet. So there's another blog post that says 6 things we learned from Leeds 2-4 win. Okay, 6 things we learned from Leeds. So let's dive in. It says Manchester United beat bitter rivals Leeds 4-2 at Elland Road to claim the bragging rights. Here is a look at 6 things we learned from the game. Lingard gets rare league start. The inclusion of Jesse Lingard was probably a big news when United team news came out. It was the English midfielder's first Premier League start for the club since January 2020. That's a Phil Jones level of absence, honestly. Man, he hasn't started a game since January 2020, that's 2 years. He played on the right of midfield and his diligence helped United keep tabs on Leeds winning runners out wide. Lingard looks all set to depart at the end of the season, but it remains to be seen whether he is seen as a genuine first-team option in the wake of the show of faith from the manager. United battle Leeds and the conditions. Okay, this was always going to be a battle given how long Leeds fans have waited to see their side host United in the league at Elland Road. The pouring rain only added to that, and United had to withstand some early pressure in front of a baying home crowd. Honestly, the crowds were so crazy and so crazy. They were throwing coins. One threw coin on Elanga head when he scored. United did that, standing up physically, and should have gone ahead when Cristiano Ronaldo somehow failed to convert Paul Pogba's cross after some great work down the left by the Frenchman. This was a test of character for a United side, which has not always shown it this season. They passed it in the first half, but far less so after the interval. United finally earned corner goal. We wrote earlier this week that this game represented a great opportunity to end United goalless run from corners in the Premier League this season. Harry Maguire got the monkey off the club's back and the 140th time of asking, nodding home Luke Shaw cross amid some dubious home marking. United just needed one to go in, and that's exactly what they did here to break the game open on a tricky afternoon. It was Maguire who has come in for criticism, who stepped up and scored on an important afternoon. Honestly, after he has been criticized, it seems we need to criticize this player a lot more. Rafael Varane returned to the squad here after his absence against Brighton, but was on the bench with Victor Lindelof keeping his place in the side. Lindelof made a huge contribution to the second goal, storming out of defense deep into Leeds territory before laying the ball on for Jadon Sancho. The English winger dinked a sumptuous ball in to allow Bruno Fernandes to double United's lead right on the stroke of halftime. Unfortunately, the defense was not so decisive when it came to holding onto the lead they had helped to earn. Okay. Another sub-article says United throw away a lead again. Two of United's rivals in the chase for the top 4 won yesterday, and the most eye-catching result was Tottenham victory at Manchester City. United had to respond with a win here against a team pumped up to beat them, and they looked to have the game all but won by halftime. But they have let matches out of their grasp too often in recent weeks, and within 10 minutes of the second half, the score was 2-2. Honestly, so annoying and frustrating. That said, it was not a complete sense of deja vu. And the last one says, United show character to recovery. At 2-2 in awful conditions, in front of a noisy crowd against a bitter rival, United faced an even more intense test of their character. Rangnick brought on Fred and Anthony Elanga for Paul Pogba and Jesse Lingard, and the first of those changes was surprising given how well the Frenchman played. Honestly, I was like, why would you remove Pogba for Fred? Like, how? But it went on that those were our game winners. They were the super sub of the game, Fred and Elanga, so superb. But the rain died down slightly. The pitch calmed down and United went again. Fred made an instant impact, firing home to make it 3-2 within 3 minutes of his introduction, and Elanga rounded off the win with 2 minutes remaining. Rangnick deserves credit for his changes, and his players earned credit for the way they recovered, admittedly from a mess which was of their own making. Honestly, United have given recent matches away, but they turned over a new leaf here, earning a vital 3 points. Yeah, you can go to games with this kind of mentality that, oh, even if we are equalized, we can go out and get more goals. They're not going to stop us anymore. But our previous games, never they equalize. Everybody just become frustrated and lazy, to the extent that we don't work out to score more goals. And that's that about our blog post. And to the last blog post of this episode, the blog post says Manchester United become first team to reach 700 Premier League wins. Yo, first Premier League team to reach 700 Premier League wins. We are the king of Premier League. Manchester United defeated Leeds United 4-2 on Sunday, becoming the first Premier League team to reach 700 wins in the competition. Manchester United become the first team to win 700 Premier League games following their thrilling 4-2 victory over Leeds United. The Red Devils had to work hard for their milestone triumph at Elland Road on Sunday. Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes put them 2 ahead by the interval in torrid conditions in Yorkshire, but Rodrigo and Rafinha restored parity with quick-fire goals early in the second half. However, Fred scored immediately after coming on from the bench before fellow substitute Anthony Elanga netted a fourth later on. Overall, the Old Trafford club are 90 wins ahead of Chelsea. Yes, 90 good wins ahead of Chelsea, who have won the second most matches, 610. Chelsea have 610 matches won. Then Arsenal had the third with 609 total matches won. Wow. Manchester United great Ryan Giggs has won the most games in the competition for the club, claiming 407 victories from 632 appearances. Paul Scholes is the second on that list with 321 wins. They have won 28 games in 5 different Premier League seasons, their highest return in a single campaign, including doing so in consecutive seasons 2011-12, 2012-13, which was the campaign in which they last won the the Premier League title. United have defeated each of Aston Villa, Tottenham and Everton on 37 occasions, as well as having beaten every single side they have faced in the competition. We have beaten everybody totally in the competition. Of their 700 wins, 399 have come at Old Trafford, while the away venues where they have landed the most victories are Villa Park 17 and Goodison Park 17. That's Aston Villa Stadium and Everton Stadium. The only venue at which United have played multiple games in the competition and never won is Huddersfield Town, John Smith Stadium. Really, wow. But the highlight is that we've won 700 Premier League games, making us the highest. Literally meaning we are the king of Premier League and anything going on as per football in England. And that's a very big thing to brag about. And that's that about the blog post of this episode. As we've come to the end of this episode, and in the next episode we'll be analyzing our next game with Atletico Madrid. That will be a very tough one for us to face, because as we know, Atletico Madrid are big contenders in the Champions League and also in their league. Although they are not in a good position in their league presently, but at least we know they are top teams and facing them will be very difficult. But with the way the team is presently, we are fired up and I believe in the team. If I'm to predict, I'll predict a 1-0 win for us, probably a 2-1 win, because I'm thinking the win is going to be slight. But either way, I just want us to get a win, even though it might be difficult. So until the next episode, remain red and forever remain red.